Hello, Meoni here, and welcome to the patch note reading for today, the 26th of March 2019. Today sees the introduction of patch 4.56, long awaited for its main scenario content, but what else is in this patch? Let's take a look. Firstly, they reiterate that the world visit system, i.e. the ability to travel between servers, is set to release in the next patch, patch 4.57, which should be releasing on the 2nd of April. Two new main scenario quests are listed here, continuing off where we last saw the Warrior of Light, just after our recent Gimlet Dark experience on the front lines. This quest actually continues inside the Rising Stones in Mordona, and not anywhere near the locks, which is what I previously expected. Hildebrand is in this patch with two quests, and it is confirmed that the Yojimbo trial from FanFest is actually in the game, albeit it's normal mode difficulty and there is no extreme version. Expect it to be fairly toned down from the FanFest experience, and the rewards are talked about further on, including some barding. You'll need to be caught up with the Hildebrand quest to actually take part in this, and once you are caught up, the quest actually starts in Kagane at X 10.5, Y 8.2 from Nashu. The trial then, Kagane Ohashi, is for 8 players and is indeed locked behind the Good Swords, Good Dogs quest in the Hildebrand storyline. The new Beast Tribe quests, 4 it looks like in particular, are in the game. This is to finalise the Stormblood Beast Tribe chapter. Usually at the end of an expansion you combine the Beast Tribes together, and this one is no different, presumably full of hilarity and some very cool rewards. Plenty of new housing items are added into this patch, so expect lots of videos on these, including this array of gold treasure and this carriage for outside furnishing from the Namazu Beast Tribe, just one of the many new Beast Tribe rewards, presumably from Bloodsworn reputation. Additionally, you will be able to get the Kojin NPC permits for your house, so if you wanted a Kojin repairman in your house or a mender or merchant, then this is the patch for you. Also presumably unlocked through that new Beast Tribe questline, specifically for the Kojin. They say Wondrous Tales objectives now include the Obon Monastery, so you can do that for Chloe now. New Triple Triad cards are added in this patch, and a new emote has been added. The emote in particular looks a lot like Gil Toss to me personally, most likely something to do with the Yojimbo trial as a reward from that new Hildebrand questline. Small battle changes here. Essentially the best way to summarise this section is to say that they have made the old primal battles on normal, hard and extreme pretty much impossible to wipe on, or at least unless you deliberately want to. For example, on Ifrit Extreme, say before this patch you burnt him down with as much DPS as possible, it would skip a phase and you would be locked in him spamming Hellfire until you died because you didn't kill the nail ads. Now after this patch's change, that no longer happens. He becomes immune once a certain amount of damage is done to him, and then you have no option but to defeat the nails in time before he spams Hellfire. So instead of telling people to focus on the nails, you won't have to, since they can't wipe you anyway by just simply smashing their faces into an immune boss. This is basically the same change with all of the other old primals. Ramu Extreme with his ads, for example, the boss becomes completely immune when those ads come out. Leviathan with the Gaia Booms, same thing there. Shiva with the Ice Soldiers, all of these bosses become immune when those ads, or indeed a key part of a fight, occurs that would usually wipe you if you spammed hard on the boss and ignored mechanics. My favourite one is the naval change. Players trapped in Granite Gowls will no longer be automatically knocked out when hit with Earth and Fury. In addition, if everyone is trapped in Gowls, it won't restart anymore. Instead, the players release after a set time from those prisons. This is an unusual set of changes for this patch number, obviously in Stormblood, but I guess it's in consideration of the amount of blue mages whom have tried to get the primal abilities from those bosses. They've considered making the fights easier to better coordinate with accompanying high-level players who just simply want to ignore the mechanics. Next, they say the strength of the Echo in Deltascape and Sigmascape Savage has been increased. The potency of this is up to 15%, and you will get this when you enter any of those wings. Alphascape Savage has had its loot lockout taken away, and so has the entrance restriction to all areas of Alphascape Savage. It now has the Echo, and that's 10% potency when you enter. So if you were considering doing any of the Savage modes of any of the Omega raids, this could be the best time, if you haven't already, to get a much much easier taste of the content and some sweet loot. Obon Monastery is added to the duty roulette for alliance raids, Kagani Ohashi, the Yojimbo fight, is in the trial and mentor roulettes, and the weekly Elegant Tombstone of Genesis cap is now 900 from 450, which is good, but the maximum cap is still 2000. This should help you get some gear if you still need some in preparation for Shadowbringers, especially for your other classes. Now to the items section, my personal favourite. The Namazu head there is shown. This is part of the new Beast Tribe quest rewards. They say there will be tons of other item rewards, but they didn't add them all to the pages here for preview just yet. New big fish have been added to fishing spots in both Stormblood regions. Hopefully some of these will be tankable, and this Yojimbo style barding is in the game, which I desperately need. This is just absolutely awesome. They say that new minions are in this patch as usual, including this one they show, this pillow, which is pretty nice. The oriental theme is going to give us a nice little thing to sit on, other than just the plush cushion minion, I suppose. Some other small changes include that you will probably see the new EU data center light when you go to the data center selection screen. This is intentional and is in preparation for the server split taking place on April the 2nd with patch 4.57. You cannot currently access this data center. It's just a back-end change that allows you to see it and is all in preparation for that move. But that wraps up the patch notes for today, the 26th of March, as of patch 4.56. Let me know what you're most excited for in this content. Be sure to check out the videos I'm going to be making throughout the week on this content, and I'll see you all next time.